I've said these things before, and I guess they're worth repeating since I'm going to say them again. God dried up the waters with a great wind. That's not how he did it in the beginning, but that's how he did it after he had destroyed every living thing that was on the face of the earth. God caused the wind to blow. And the waters finally were off of the earth, and things began to grow. God had destroyed everything on the earth, and then things began to grow again. And God did not ask anyone what they thought about what was going on. But Noah got off and came out of the ark that he had built. He had been in it for a year. A year. Maybe a little over a year. That's how long he and his family and the animals were in the boat that he had built with his own hands. And God blessed Noah by opening his mouth and speaking to him. The first words that you need to know. You can forget the first chapters of Genesis, and you can turn to where God talks to Noah after the flood. It doesn't really matter a whole lot what happened the first, about 1,500 years. What matters is what's going to happen in the next thousands of years. Yep. The first earth and the heavens. The heavens where the birds flew were not the same after the flood, because there was a cloud. There were clouds in the sky all around in places. And when it rained, it watered the earth. The earth was never watered by rain from clouds the first 1,500 years. But after Noah came out of the boat, the rains came from the clouds. And if it didn't rain, it got dry. And if it didn't rain for, several years, it got really dry. And one man prayed that it not rain on the earth. He prayed to God, don't let it rain on the earth. A man did that, and it didn't rain for 3.5 years. And then he prayed for it to rain. And it did. God was listening to that man. Yeah. And some men found out that God could talk to them. They did. All of the people on the earth didn't find that out, but some did. Yeah, God bless Noah. You can read about it. Book of Genesis. You need to read about it if you never have. You need to. God blessed him. And his children populated the earth. 3 sons of Noah and their wives were commanded by God to get at it, produce offspring, cover the earth. And the earth has got over 7 billion people on it now. And God is still supplying and giving them life. He hasn't stopped. The only God that's ever done it is still doing it. And today, right now, he sits on a throne in heaven and he rules. There's no one under him that he does not, that he's not able to command. No one. So don't get the idea that there is someone under him with the authority that he has. There's not. There's one under him that's got some authority, but he ain't got the authority that God's got. You know how I know? If he had God's authority, he wouldn't be a mediator. The mediator. We got one. I know his name. His name is Jesus. He grew up in Nazareth. He was crucified at Jerusalem. And his disciples had 40 days with him after his resurrection from the dead. Well, guess what? We're fixing to have a lot of years with him on the earth soon. Jesus of Nazareth is returning to the earth. He will. I guarantee you he will. But he won't come until his Father says, son, now is the time. I think some people need to be paying attention to the truth instead of believing all the lies. That's what I think today.